check. Oh, that was crazy. Yeah, that would suck just to like go to a bar and you're just like what the fuck? Like, who's this? Like, not know that you're going to like a comedy open mic. It's just like people. There's just like people open mics in general. You're just like, whoa, I was not expecting this. I'm so confused.
You're describing like almost every open mic in Portland.
I was about to say, I feel like that's just open mics. You're just like eating nachos. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, who's talking?
Some asshole gets into a microphone and says, "Hey, it's comedy time." They're like, "What the fuck? I didn't sign up for this."
Time.
You don't know how many times I go to an open mic or even a show and you see people walk in, especially if the room's dead. Like, you immediately don't want to be a part of that room. They'll walk in and immediately walk out. Like, nope, that's not.
That's so funny.
That's not me.
All right.
All right, we'll start this. Hey, welcome to In Noise Podcast, episode 16.
Hey, 16.
16, going strong. And, yeah, man, I'm Quakeman, the one and only. You can find me at Quakeman. I'm sitting here with my co-host.
I'm Televincent today.
Televincent.
Straight televised.
He's televised on all your TVs. He literally just came up with that right now.
Off the spot. We got a guest today. Longtime friend of mine. Was my neighbor in California for a couple of years. Has the biggest fucking head I've ever seen, but that's a whole different story. Everyone welcome Matt Franco.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Your head's not much smaller, Vince. I don't know what you're talking about.
My ego's big. My head's...
my head's long. Your head's wide. It's like a soccer ball.
Yeah. But, all right, man. What's
up, man? How's it going? I don't know you at all.
Yeah, we just
This
met.
is the first time you're in my house. This is great.
Yep.
Thank you for coming by.
I saw the video, and it looks like you usually do it inside. I have a feeling that Vince told you he was a stranger, and you're like, let's move it to the garage.
No, well, I mean, we have the studio now, so it's
nice,
yeah.
nice. Well, it's looking good.
But that is a good point. That is a very good point. I was just like, yeah, maybe I will have strangers on here, and they don't necessarily want them looking down my hallway into my weird bathroom with all these like lights at the end. You know, it's kind of strange.
I've never been in your bathroom.
That was the first time you were in my room ever today too.
Oh yeah.
You never been in my bathroom? You never taken a piss in my bathroom?
I've never pissed here.
You've never pissed at my house?
I'm here once a week.
Vince pisses outside. That's what he does.
Dude,
Just a natural instinct. He has to pee and he just goes right outside.
You have like only been here like 4 times. Though.
Oh yeah, I guess we were doing this at my house for a while.
Yeah, like 4 times. Episode 16. How many weeks is that?
6. We've done 6 here. I guess I've only been on 5 though.
6 here. That's
how
crazy.
many do you release a week? Is it 2 weeks?
It's just 1 a week.
1 a week. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, 16, man. That's crazy.
They say that most podcasts end within 20 episodes.
I was about to say. I
Hey.
said that on episode 2, I'm pretty sure. I was like, most podcasts end around like 2021. Mm-hmm. And my homie's podcast, my homie Raven has a drug podcast called Drinking Out of Cups, and they're on episode 30 or something. And I was just like, let's just wait till he gets to 20. And then they got past 20. I was like, oh fuck, all right, I guess he's still going.
Dude, I swear to God, if you end this on 20, I'm going to kill you.
I might have to end it on
exactly
21.
Dude, not even. We're gonna be doing this for a while.
He's terrified because he knows I'm good at pulling triggers and like pulling the plug on things.
Dude, homie literally fucking before we were on the air,
You don't.
snapping.
What
at
did
me
I do,
'cause
huh? What did I
was
do?
Like, he's like, you have fucking Wednesdays off? I've been wanting to record on Wednesday for.
I didn't say that. I was just confused that you had Wednesdays off. I'm like, damn, that sounds like a better day to do the podcast. Gives me a little bit more time. Yeah, drop on every Wednesday. That doesn't sound bad.
No, I'm
That
down.
doesn't sound bad at all.
I'm down.
But that's like a newer thing, I guess, huh?
Yeah, we're not ending at
Unless we're not going to end it at 20. It's fine. We'll get at least 30. We'll end it at 30. And have you always had Wednesdays off?
No.
Okay, I was about to say this that would have escalated if you've always had Wednesdays. I know you had that one Wednesday off that one time when we recorded.
Yeah, it's on and off too. I don't have everyone off, but that was the start of it. And then I work 2, and then I have them off now.
I feel like Wednesday's a good day to get things done.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so.
What's your favorite day of the week?
Favorite day of the week? If I had to pick a favorite day of the week, it'd probably just be Friday because that's my Friday with the job I got right now. So right now, that's it.
Amen. What do you do?
I'm an exterminator.
Oh shit! Does that pay well?
It pays well, and it's not fun.
I'm looking to leave my job. No, not to be an exterminator. It's not fun.
No, it's not fun. I got to go under houses and
underneath houses.
yeah, and go into attics and whatnot.
Are you exterminating like bugs and shit?
It's bugs, but
Mice.
Portland has such a big like rodent problem. It's not exactly podcast talk, but it's,
No,
This is
exactly
great.
what
This
we're here
this is this podcast.
all the vegans just turned off the podcast. They're like,
He's
"I'm done."
literally a rat, and I'm literally a possum.
There you go.
No, it's raccoon.
Raccoon. Sorry, rat. Well, I mean, your company is the rat,
No, that is true. My
but
friend,
no, you are a raccoon. I'm the possum, so it's okay. You could talk trash on this
All right,
on this
cool, cool.
podcast.
You ever kill a raccoon?
I don't have a wildlife license, and I don't want to.
Dude,
Have you ever thought about killing a raccoon? Has a raccoon looked at you wrong? Had you like turned around a corner and a raccoon's just like lock
Nah, but-
eyes, and you just want to like fucking.
I am scared whenever I go into like a crawl space and they have like wildlife feces in there.
That would
and
be the
I'm like,
worst. No, yeah. When I used to detail cars, you could tell when there's a rodent problem. Was
Yeah.
you like open up the hood or something and you see like little droppings. You're like, fuck,
Bro, cars have rodent
dude.
problems?
It's very very common.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause
a
the
very
heat.
common. I'm always paranoid. I never want to leave food in my. Don't leave food in your car, because I don't. It's probably during the summer because it's hot. They want to get away and they want food. Don't leave your shit in the car because they'll find a way. They'll chew up your wires.
It can happen in the winter because it's cold. 'cause
Right.
the
The
wires
wind.
are hot.
Right. Right. Exactly. It
So
warms
vice
them
ver-
up.
both
Yeah.
of them.
It goes both ways, I think. And like they'll chew up your like fucking cords. Like your blinker just won't be working, and you're like, what the fuck? Or like something's not working, and it's like a rodent fucking up your shit.
Mhm.
What?
Terrifying. I have rodent spray over there just to spray my car down because I was living in my car.
Mhm.
There's just like, if I fucking wake up and there's a goddamn rat in here, I am spazzing so I'm like beating it to a pulp with my fist. That
Bro, you'd be friend
is
that
fucking
shit so
dude.
Maybe we should hire
I
you.
probably
crackhead
would.
ratatouille.
I probably would. I would be like, come here. I don't have any friends. Come here.
Bro, have you seen the movie Suburbia? On a side note, it's
Is
this.
it a live action movie?
No, it's
Is
this
it?
old fucking like
Disturbia or Suburbia?
Suburbia. It's this old punk movie, right? And Flea is one of the characters, like Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Cool.
And he actually, like, during the movie, puts live rats in his mouth. Like,
He's a disgusting person,
Yeah.
so that makes sense.
It
I
checks
might have
out.
seen clips of that.
dude, look it up.
I love how they just like love exposing themselves to all sorts of people when their live performance.
dude.
That's a funny question. You know who Gigi Allen is?
I do.
Is there like a equivalent to Gigi Allen in the comedy world that you know of? That would like be like purposely, I mean, not purposely try to walk a room, but like, you know, the most like punk, evil comedian. Who would that equate to? Like,
Maybe like a Big J Okerson type of guy, like
Right.
someone that's like, kinda just like
yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah,
It's kinda
Big
just
Big
shuts
J
it
is
down.
kind of GGS.
I don't know.
Do you know any comedian? Okay, I will say I hang out in the comedian podcast realm a little bit.
Mhm.
I will say my favorite comedian is Shane Gillis.
cool.
So Big
Shane's
J,
a killer.
Shane fucking kills. Big J is also really sick. He does give me a good GG vibe from time to time. Who's the fucking Louis J. Gomez?
Hmm.
I feel like he has a very similar like evil guy vibe. I don't know.
A lot of egos in comedy, so I
There's-
can
I
see a
know.
lot of.
Hey man, you want to talk comedy?
Let's talk comedy.
Shit, man. We have an actual comedian in the house.
What's up?
So, man, where'd you start doing comedy?
I started in Fresno, California.
Okay, I was about to say you didn't start in Portland.
No,
You got your chops per se.
I wouldn't say that. I started when I was 21 in Fresno, and I was
Okay.
really bad because there was only 2 open mics a week.
Yeah.
And one of them you had to pay to be on, essentially.
Damn.
Um,
So if you bombed, you really bombed.
yeah,
You lost your fucking lunch, and
Dude,
you're like,
imagine, that's
I
like,
would cry.
It's like paying for a pop up and not selling
and
a
not,
fucking
it
thing.
happens all the time.
That's the-
Dude, okay, I will say bombing. Just because we're not comedians doesn't mean we're not bombing every other place of our fucking
Oh, yeah.
life. I bomb all the time.
yeah, no, I feel that.
I bomb life.
artists bomb. That's what they do. That's
Right.
you're trying to make gold, and you're trying to, it takes a while. It takes years.
Right. And what do they, what do the veterans say is like a good time to say that like you know what you're doing? Like how many years?
They say it takes 8 to 10 years to find your voice in comedy.
Jesus. Jeez Louise.
And then after that, it's like they say like 10 years is like going to college, and then after that you graduated.
I feel like 10 years though in some sort of craft is
Mhm.
not that crazy.
well, yeah, when you put
Like if you
like
spent
that-
10 years screen printing or I guess 10 years podcasting or something,
Mhm.
by the 10th year, if you don't know something, the fuck are you doing, right?
There are comics that have done it for 10, 20 years and still haven't figured it out.
Right, and are
It's
still
just-
really shitty.
Yeah, they
Right.
end up going to producing, or they end up going to like running shows or whatever it may be.
Right.
But yeah, not everyone can do it.
I have a question for you. Actually, Quig had this question. We kind of were talking about it earlier, but so in our scene, half of the people end up being rapists.
Yeah,
Is that true in comedy too?
it happens. There's
Groomers
yeah,
and like kid
unfortunately,
touchers. Yeah.
that does happen.
What's the ratio?
The ratio.
What are the numbers?
They kind of get swept on. No, that sounds bad. They kind of get forced out of the scene to the point where you
Right.
don't even hear about.
I would
them.
say especially here, we're in
Yeah.
this is a very specific type of place, so like I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Which is good. I mean, if someone's like fucking creepy like that, that's
It
get the fuck
happens,
outta
but
here.
what's to say they don't go to another state and just
Right,
get comics
which they
over
do.
there? And they
Which
definitely
they do.
They definitely do.
for sure.
Man, so okay, in the Portland scene like that with like stand up and these open mics, like are people like taking it that serious where if they get canceled, they're moving and trying to do more stand up?
There's a handful of comedians. I only know. I'm not going to name their names, but I know
Name drop them, stir the pot.
I know one or two. At least two that have done things to where they're not allowed in the scene. Like they will not be put up. They won't get on shows.
So the
they will-
the bookers and the promoters will just
yeah,
like
they're
not
banned
have
from the
them up.
club. They're banned. They're not. Even if they get in through like an alias name, like the whole scene is like on it. They'll
People know. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
I heard a rumor that there was someone that entered the contest this year that was forced out of the scene essentially under a fake name.
Oh wow.
I don't know who it was, but I can assume.
That'd be weird to try to use a fake name and then like build up buzz for a fake name.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like that's a waste of just existence.
Dude, I feel
trying
like
to do
it's
that.
a common
Especially
thing
if
in
you
the
were forced
music
out.
scene.
Right. What?
I feel like it's a common thing in the music scene. Like people start rocking ski masks, change their name, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not necessarily the schema. Yeah, the people just kind of go away for a little bit and then they come back, and then people are like, "Oh, we forgot." Like, "Oh, he's back," and some people would be like, still remember, but like, yeah, the music scene, that one's an interesting one. People are more likely to just like let things slide. I feel like in the music scene because there's a lot of clout and a lot of like money involved.
Oh,
Once you're like in higher levels, comedy. I'm sure. I don't know how much bread you make being a comedian. Like you do a lot of open nights. Do you get paid for open nights?
Open mics.
Mics?
I do not get paid for unless I'm hosting.
Right.
Then I would get paid and get free drinks. But I do shows and you get paid anywhere from like $25 for 10 minutes. I've gotten paid $12 for 10 minutes, but I've also gotten paid $50 for 15 minutes.
Interesting. And that's
ranges.
And that's having a spot, right?
Yeah,
That's
on, like,
being
someone's-
put on.
Mm-hmm.
And is it usually somebody coming to you and being like, "Hey, we would like you to have a spot"?
Yeah, exactly. You just get a DM like, "Hey, would you like to be on the show? Are you available?"
Is there a lot of different like clubs and a lot of different promoters that are actually? How about this? How's the scene in Portland? Is it an actual scene? What's it like?
The Portland scene right now. To finish off what I brought up
Right.
about how when I started doing comedy. So I moved to Portland in 2017. Started doing comedy until 2018. Then I stopped out of just not getting any better, not making any friends. Got into a relationship that just took me out of doing comedy
Yeah.
and everything. And then pandemic happened.
For sure.
But now that I'm back in the scene, so I kind of have like a different perspective of what it was or what I thought it was to what it is right now.
Right.
Right now, the scene is very young. There's more young comics than there are like veteran comics in the scene, which is a good and a bad thing. But as far as clubs go, there's only one club, and it's Helium. And
Right?
It does not support local comics.
No,
they
not at all.
They support the comics that are past at the club that have been doing it long enough and they've seen them long enough to pass them.
Right.
And then they support, and even
that's-
then they barely support.
That's
those
what they
comics.
mean by pass. They're going to bring up the people that they know are going to get the laughs.
Well, Helium, yeah, you get passed by like they offer you to do a hosting spot. A lot of the times you've worked there for 5 years and they basically run you through the mill until
Yeah.
until they think like, oh, he's done his time, kind of thing, which is a very
Damn.
old school comedy
For sure.
way to do things. They're a very big corporation spot, so it's
Yeah.
not really very local based or local priority. They'll replace the open mic with a headliner any day of the week. So because of that, because there's only one club that doesn't really support local comics, the scene is very DIY. There's over 60
Right.
There's over 60 showcases in Portland every month,
Interesting.
and there's over
And
25.
I
open
feel like
mics.
that could cause problems in its own way,
Yeah.
being
Becomes
DIY.
it becomes political.
there's a lot of in everywhere DIY causing issues.
DIY just causes issues for
Yeah.
everybody because we have to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
You look like you were about to say
Hurt
something.
Dude, I was
feelings.
gonna say, the only time I've heard of Helium doing an open mic thing was I went to go watch him. I came with him to support him, and didn't want to pay the $5 to get in, so I told them all I was a comic, and it just went through.
You fucking cocksucker.
It's because the guy that asked him isn't a comic, so he had no idea who is and isn't a comic.
Yeah,
He's just a
so they're like, oh
bartender.
yeah, no, I'm a
You
comic.
motherfucker.
I'm just gonna go sit back in the.
And did they call your name up?
No.
No.
Oh, because it's an open mic. You just like
If you're a comic and you're not on the open mic, you can still watch for free.
oh,
You just tell 'em, like,
okay.
I get in the
Oh,
show-
you fucking cocksucker. That is so funny.
Well, I told them like I made it sound like I was on the list of comics that were supposed to go, but I got bumped. Like, cause they only had so many people.
yeah. Oh, you got bumped, huh?
Yeah, so I just got
all
bumped.
right. All right. That's honestly.
He's like, can you believe that?
I
He's
res-
like, dog, I'm sorry.
I respect that honestly. That does fit your character, and you're probably chilling there with Glee.
Dude,
It's like, did you get a couple drinks?
oh, dude,
I feel like Helium's drinks were really expensive.
They're really
when I-
expensive and they're not great.
right? And I got some. The only time I've been, I went and saw Nick Mullen
Great comic.
from Cumtown.
Yeah.
Cumtown's one of my formerly known Cumtown,
R.I.P..
now the Adam Freelo show. But I've seen Nick Mullen there, and I got like some nachos. It was just like I'm very disappointed with the drinks
Yeah.
and the food, and like it was expensive. But I got to see Nick Mullen, and he fucking killed it, and it was great. But it was definitely a weird environment. It felt very Hollywood-esque to me.
Yeah.
And I've been to Hollywood a couple times, and it gives me that like kind of corporate comedy type vibe.
Yeah.
But I don't know any otherwise. So
I mean,
I'm
it
just
is
like,
very
I'm like,
corporate.
okay, cool. This is
Yeah.
what it is. Like, I also don't mind paying the $25, $30 fee for someone like Nick Mullen or something that, someone that I enjoy. Like, that makes sense. They also you have to buy drinks.
You have to buy 2 minimum.
Wait, really?
You can buy like a $4 water twice if you really wanted
Okay.
to.
Right.
But you just have to buy
didn't
2
know that.
items.
Yeah.
I mean, I drink enough that that's not a problem anyway.
Yeah.
And I brought that up to a homie. I was like, "You want to come see Nick Mullen with me?" And it's like, "You have to buy 2 drinks." And they're like, "I don't want to go. I don't know."
It-
I was
it's
like,
very discourage.
"Yeah." It was like,
You're
"What the
I
hell?
have to?
I have to. I hate when people tell me I have to
Yeah.
do anything." So I'm like, I'm looking at the fine print, like, well, lucky for you, I was already going to drink a beer. It'll be weird to go to a comedy show and not drink a couple beers, right?
I don't know, man. I feel like there's some just sober people that just sit there and just stare off into the void.
But are still listening?
Yeah.
It's called pre-gaming in the parking lot. Those people
Yeah.
aren't off to the void.
Yeah,
They're just
you're
too,
right.
They're too drunk to even open
They're
their
drinking-
eyes.
they're drinking
if
a
I can
handle
do
in the
it
parking
just
lot.
Fine, so can everyone else. All right. My liver is failing, ladies and gentlemen.
So the Portland scene's very DIY.
Yeah.
How was it in Fresno before you left?
So
Was it?
before I left? It
You
was
said there was only two
yeah. Sorry.
spots. Was there like a major comedy, like a comedy spot there, like a Helium or nothing?
They got nothing down there.
Is that why everybody I feel like goes to L.A.?
Yeah, they either go to L.A. They go to they
Right.
move. You have to move if you want to do comedy. Like if you stay in Fresno, you're only ever going to be the best comic in Fresno,
Right.
Which
No-
really isn't saying a lot.
nobody
It's like
wants to
10
be that
people.
guy.
This is just
Right.
listed
Exactly.
10.
So you moved to L.A. to go to like the store or
Yeah.
what's the other one?
The
Laugh Factory.
Laugh Factory. Yeah.
Okay,
They
you
got
know
ones all
something.
over.
You know something.
LA's got a whole bunch. They got a bunch of improvs. They got
Right.
a bunch of whole bunch of places in LA.
Interesting.
Seattle's got better clubs. Seattle, like,
Right.
so if you live in Seattle, Seattle's not really like an open mic town. They have some open mics, but it's more. I feel like the comics there are more focused on the clubs because they have Tacoma and all these clubs
So
surrounding.
yeah,
it.
a club and an
Spokane.
open mic are two different things. The open mics is more or less like at a bar,
Yeah,
and like a club is somewhere where you go and do comedy.
yeah.
right?
It's like only thing they do there.
Interesting.
And they have open mics, but it's like
Right.
Helium is like terribly difficult to get on. You go up on Tuesday. The night I brought Vince was the third time I did comedy in like 4 years, and I'm going there thinking like I'm going to do this every week or like every other week or
Yeah.
something. I sign up and you put first time and you get all happy because you get picked because you put first time.
Oh,
And then you
fuck,
go back,
yeah.
and I got on twice in an entire year, signing up
Damn.
every single week. It's that hard to get on. There's like over 100 signups every
Interesting.
week.
So you were pretty much like, my career is going to go nowhere if I stay here in Fresno.
Well, yeah, in Fresno, there's only those 2 open mics.
And you're like, I don't want to go to L.A.
yeah,
right?
I didn't want to go to
Yeah,
LA.
LA sucks.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
It's also a huge
It's a
pond
harsh
to
place,
go
right.
from 2 open mics a week.
That's where
to-
everybody's. That's
Yeah.
where everybody's at.
And you get a bunch of like, from what I've heard, the open mic scene is so trash, or that like it's just a bunch
Yeah.
of actors and TikTokers, trying
Right,
to make
and they all have
comedy.
podcasts now,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they're all just doing podcast shit.
Dude, we should do an open
You know-
mic and put it on the Patreon. We want to write 5 minutes.
$5 on Patreon. You
Holy
can support
shit.
this podcast.
Dude.
That's fucked up.
What do you guys give for $5 tiers?
What
A
kind
hand
of-
job?
Dude, honestly, I'll do whatever
You
it
would
takes
you
to
you
get fucked.
you would give that. I'll nominate you the hand job giver if somebody wants a hand job.
Bro, so you're
What kind of like style of comedy would I be as a open mic? What did you think? Like
I think you just be like spazzing, like you just go on a spaz rant.
should I be like a Sam Hyde type of character where I like purposely try to walk everybody out by saying the most craziest like is there different types of like styles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I
Uh,
know that there's like there's like improv where you like come up with shit on the spot. There's more like a method
Mm-hmm.
type. I know there's a lot more edgier stuff. I just don't know like how all that breaks down.
Mm-hmm.
You want to explain that a little bit?
I mean, there's all kinds of different comedy.
Does it even matter?
styles of comedy. I mean,
To me, something like that, it's all just like one thing.
when you're a brand new comic, you don't really know what your style is and what you're going to want to do. Some people like tend to go towards one-liners. Some people tend to go towards storytelling, or it could be observational humor.
Yeah.
I think it's best to just try to figure
Crowd
out.
work. That's
Crowd
like a
work,
thing
yeah.
I hear all the time.
It's a very
I'd be
important.
good at crowd
TikTok reels and stuff has really put a light on crowd work in a bad way, to the point where it's like everybody is trying to do that and they just want to clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the easiest. Honestly, doing crowd work is so easy. You just talk shit about someone for a couple seconds.
And
that's
that's
easy.
what Nick Mullen did in the Portland one because it's
Yeah.
so funny because he's like, oh, Nick Mullen's in Portland, very PC place. Nick Mullins is not a PC person, so he just used that
Mhm.
as the crowd work just to like elicit some sort of thing. And actually, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed that, but like, yeah, I feel like some people are like really shitty at it. I've definitely seen some bad,
Yeah.
shitty TikTok clips of people doing crowd work.
The thing that blows my mind is when someone posts a TikTok reel and no one's laughing. And it's like, what is this for? Why are you showing this to people, let alone
the meme was
the
like,
world?
I can't believe this person actually posted this.
Yeah.
Like, is
It's like
this
you're
person okay?
bombing, dog. Like,
This is okay, but some people want the bomb, I guess, right?
I guess.
I want the bomb.
Maybe for their mom
That
to-
sounds comfortable to me. I'm not gonna lie. I already feel uncomfortable. I feel like
Like, you learn from bombing, but posting
Right.
a bomb is just like, what is that for your mom?
Right.
To like,
for sure. That's
to
you
give
just
you
being
some
a fucking
support,
cock. Yeah.
support comment.
I
Keep going, son.
I used to make music a little bit, and I performed twice. And the first time I performed, I completely bombed. Like absolutely bombed. I think I told this on the podcast. Like I did a little bit of Adderall beforehand, and then something else. So should have never done that. But as soon as I got up on the stage, I saw the lights when the lights hit, and you can't what people don't understand is you sometimes can't see the people
Yeah.
because the lights are on you, and you're just like in the moment.
It's almost worse.
Right.
Almost worse.
I was like, I want to see some people's faces just to connect a little bit, but I was like completely out there, a little faded. And then when the song started hitting, I forgot a couple of the lines, and then me thinking I'm forgetting the lines what made me bomb. It wasn't me forgetting my lyrics, because in reality I could be like, I can just stumble my way through it and it'll be
Mumble
okay.
rap.
But I'm sitting there like, oh, I don't know my lyrics. Fuck, I don't know that lyric. And then I'm like, oh, I'm bombing.
That happens in comedy. I do the same
Right,
thing.
I'm
I
sure
start
it's a
thinking
very
of-
similar thing.
I will be like, what was that joke? What was that line I really was excited about 2 minutes ago before I came up here? And then that's all I'm thinking about my entire set. And then everything is half-assed, and I'm phoning it in because all I'm doing is thinking about what did I actually want to come up here and do?
Damn. That's fucked.
Yeah, back in my performing days, I never bombed.
What, your DJ sets, your EDM
Oh
DJ
wait, I
sets?
forgot I do those.
What performing days? You used to rap?
Oh, dude, I've rapped. I've done comedy. I've done.
You've done comedy?
I've done
Okay.
Interpretive dance.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
For his interpretive dance.
We'll definitely let me produce a comedy special for you at a open mic. We'll record a couple open mics. I'll put them together and we'll put them on Patreon. If you want to see Mr. Vince Baum over here, $10 on the Patreon. I'll do a full produced bomb special where it's just you bombing the whole time. So I'm sure he'll be cool with that if we get think about it, if we get 10 people to buy that special for $10, bro.
Yeah,
we
no,
are,
no, I'll bomb for that.
We fucking up, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna bomb. Actually, what do you mean? I'm gonna,
All right.
I'm gonna kill
All
it.
right. Do you got any jokes, bro? You got any funny jokes? Funny man over here. Say the funniest joke you know.
No, because I said something a little pushy last episode. I don't. I'm gonna watch what I say.
Hey man,
this
our
week.
jokes have been very mellow. We haven't pushed too many lines, I will say.
No, we've been good.
We're getting close. I'm getting close. One of these days. It's funny that you said the funny edgy joke, and I wasn't the one that said the funny edgy joke.
Yeah, I know. It's like
What's the reception in the Portland scene with people? Is there a lot of edgy comedians here that say? Now, when I say edgy, I know comedy to me, comedy is kind of open books, and like it's the whole
a joke
is a joke, and the whole point of you joking is to like make fun of the bad and like laugh about it. What how receptive is the scene to people being edgy, being like saying a little bit more, pushing the line a little bit?
I think that if you want to be an edgy comic in Portland, one, you need to learn how to do comedy first.
Right.
Because
to back up your
to actually
right.
be funny, because I have a couple edgy jokes, but like, and not to say that like I'm great at comedy or anything, but like I know that these jokes are edgy but not offensive. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like there's the
you
humor,
work them in a specific
the humor
way.
Outweighs the controversy of whatever that joke is about.
Right.
A lot of new comics, they come up and like that's like they use shock as a way to get laughs, and they think
right.
they're doing a great job at getting laughs because people are just surprised that they said that.
Yeah. People are just confused that they
Yeah.
start saying all these crazy words. Yeah.
I have a buddy that just started doing open mics not that long ago, and that is exactly who I thought of when he said that. And he wants on this pod so bad, and I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to get canceled.
Wait, do I know?
Oh, so this guy is going to be the guy that cancels us.
Dude, no, he does it. He lives in Corvallis, so he does more
Wait,
of a.
do I know him?
No.
I know Corvallis Comics.
I doubt it.
You don't want to say his name?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say on the air, but I'm pretty sure you don't.
I'm definitely not going to edit this out either, so don't say it.
I mean, he watches the podcast. You can see this.
Shout out him, bro. Shout out you.
Yeah.
Shout out all the edgy comics.
We'll
out
get
there,
you on
man.
at one point, but I'm not ready to get canceled.
Keep
yet.
that shit on
That's the
Reddit,
luck,
bro.
dog.
You can keep all those jokes on Reddit for now.
Dude, honestly, he looks like a Reddit user too. We should just make him the thumbnail. Just confuse everyone.
Just every time, just like stretch out the image. So it's just this.
But there are some great, just to top it off, there are great comics in the scene that have been done it for a long time who are edgy and dark.
Right.
They do an incredible job at it.
For sure.
It is in the scene.
For sure. Is there any comics that you can think of you definitely don't say their name? I want you to say their name, but I know you won't. Is there any comics out there that you find very like cringeworthy?
Oh.
What's
Yeah.
the ratio of cringiness to actual funny?
I'm gonna step in here because every time I've seen him at an open mic, there's some cringy motherfuckers, dude. Like I'm literally sitting there just like, ooh, and. You know, a lot of the time, you guys ever see that episode of South Park where it's like Amy Schumer is like, "Oh, my vagina."
Yeah.
Bro, there is so much of that.
Oh no!
There are bad comics. I mean, I mean,
I'm talking cringy. I'm not talking bad.
Okay.
You know, bad like it's like, oh, that just wasn't a funny joke.
Yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about like someone who like thinks they're like the most funniest person, but it's just like everybody collectively goes, ooh.
Yeah, I won't. Like I said, I won't say a name, but
Please say it on our Patreon.
I'll say it on the Patreon behind a paywall. But yeah, there are comics who have been doing it for a long time and are just bad, and not just
Yeah.
bad, like cringy, like hard to listen to. It happens.
And they're still out there doing their thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, power to them.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, power to them. Bless their souls.
One of them told me, he goes, I got a couple books full of jokes, a couple notebooks. They're completely full, cover to cover, and it's all bad. I just laughed so hard because I'm like, yeah, dude.
Honestly, he should that should be a joke on its own right there. Just saying that. That's actually hilarious.
That should be a skit. I want to get. Have you ever thought about doing like skits or like
Yeah. I got a few in the
sketch
works
comedy,
right now.
as they call it, I guess, right?
I got some in the works right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll be filming them in the next couple months.
You and your buddies?
Yeah,
That's cool.
got a little crew together.
That's badass. I would love to check that out. I'm really interested. Like Shane Gillis has the Gillian Keeves, and I bought that special.
He does
It
some
was-
great. Oh, is it a special or is it a sketch?
It's a special, but it has like 10 episodes. So I
Okay.
bought the special for like $10 on their website, and it came with like 9 different little sketches. It's fucking. It's so good. Like I would love to do stuff like that, and I would love it's it's cool to hear that there's people doing very similar. Not to say that you're like ripping them off or like doing, but it's
Doing
cool.
sketch
Like
comedy.
sketch comedy is like cool. Like making like if it's actually funny, you know what I mean? Like that's super cool.
Yeah.
I really respect that because for me and my companies and shit, I'm doing a lot of different like sketches or like skits, not like full length things, but it's definitely something I'm interested in.
Yeah, sketches are dope. I'm excited to do. We got a couple like really good videographers in the scene that like are on like every show. We got like 3 at least that are like great videographers and just good at like directing in general.
Do you
So I'm
have
excited to work with
Do you
them.
have any interest in like filming your own special?
A
Like
special?
like producing your own special, not
Yeah.
like trying to get it outsourced or like put it on something.
If I ever did a special, or when I eventually do one, I would definitely want to like just self-produce it and like
For sure.
kind of like that's like the
Yeah.
wave right now, and I think it's
Right.
the best thing you can do is just put it on YouTube.
I was about to ask because I heard that was a new thing where like people are just posting their specials on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
like even big comics. Like that's just like the new wave. That's
It
what they're all
is.
doing.
Yeah, it's just because anybody can do it. No one has to have a subscription. The same video you're watching some kid get hit by a car, you're watching some comic tell jokes into a microphone. I don't know why I chose that reference.
No,
Yeah, that was dark, dude.
that's a good one. That's sick. Is there a lot of people doing like specials like that, or are people more focused on just doing like club stuff?
In town,
Yeah.
I don't know if any.
Is that a big focus on comedians in general? Is like putting out some sort of video stuff?
It's a long reels are like
Right.
the primary thing that's important to young comics or just comics in general. But as far as special goes, it's kind of like a late in the game thing that you do. Anybody that puts out an hour in the under 5 years it's likely not going to be something they're proud of in 10 years.
For sure.
It does happen though. I mean, you got Brennan Schaub. He's got a good old
Dude,
special after
Brennan,
3 years.
no, my dude, Brennan Schaub is the
Gringo
worst.
Poppy.
Dude, I'm sorry.
That's my favorite special of all time, man. It's so
Dude, I
Man.
love his podcast with
the
Theo Vaughn.
CTE the special.
though.
Theo Vaughn got off that podcast.
Theo Vaughn left.
Yeah, he
I
got the
haven't
hell
even-
out of that podcast. Now he's got the pedophile Chris D'Elia on the pod with him. He
Dude,
replaced
wait,
Theo.
Theo's gone. I thought Theo just moved, but he's still on it.
No, he's gone. He's
No,
off
he
the pod
dipped out.
completely.
I'm pretty sure he dipped out like a handful of weeks ago, like a month or so ago.
Okay,
it's
so
longer
this
than
is
that.
like-
Yeah, it's been a little
minute.
while.
It's called the Golden Hour now. It's not even called King of the Sting anymore.
Really?
It's called the Golden Hour. It's Eric Griffin, Brendan Schaub, and old Chrissy D'Elia.
So 3 people that aren't that funny.
Yep. Feel bad for Eric because I kind of like Eric.
I
Eric
was
seems
about
like
to
the most
say,
innocent one out of all
Eric
of them.
is like kind of funny sometimes.
Yeah,
I think
Brandon's not.
Brandon's horrifying.
And then Chris D'Elia has like mountains of
Chris
evidence of being a terrible person.
Well, he's also not funny.
Yeah, he's also not funny.
I also
He's a pod comic. He's a comic that got big on podcasts.
Right. That Joe Rogan sphere.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing he did that was funny was being a pedophile in Workaholics.
And then
And
also in You.
Yeah, he was also a pedophile.
He got cast
Twice.
pedophiles?
2 pedophiles. And then he got outed as being one. That's not a good look. That's-
Yo, 3 strikes, bro. You're done. I mean, and then he like cheated on his wife twice.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Well, he was
I love
married?
how we're just saying this like we know everything and like people can definitely not just strike this video down or try to like. But it doesn't. It's yeah. Chris D'Elia and Brendan Schaub's definitely not listening to this.
Dude,
Because
I
people
can't
might be.
believe Theo
But
left. Theo with Brendan Schaub was funny because they were pretty good roasting each other.
Well, because Theo would just shit on him
well,
in like
because
the
Theo,
funniest
you know
way.
why? Because Theo's funny. That's why the podcasts work. Is because it's Theo talking to a fucking brick, bro.
Yeah, dude, it really is.
Talking to a goddamn doofy over there,
Dude,
bro.
I wish Theo Vaughn's like what I strive to be as a person. I know I'll never hit it.
Theo Von's hilarious.
Theo
That's
Von's just-
straight Louisiana fucking sludge right
All you
there.
gotta do is huff paint for like 20 years. I think.
I
Yeah.
have been.
And hang out in Covington, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Just like be there.
All right, from now on, we're doing the
The pod.
podcast on Discord. We're gonna live stream. I'm gonna be moving to Louisiana next
It's
week.
really crazy that he got booked for 2 pedophile roles. I didn't know there was 2.
He had been looking for him.
I mean, there's some
Auditioning for him for
like
sure.
life imitates art or whatever. Because that's fucking crazy, man. Like.
He must have been turning down roles like, nah, dude, I'm just waiting for the one. And then he got
Yeah.
you, and he was like, this is it.
That's crazy.
Dude, honestly, he's not in a lot of like movies or shows either. Like the statistically,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
often is he a pedophile versus not in his acting career?
Dude, that's crazy. In that episode, he like opens the door. He's like, "Are you Justin Bieber lover 46?" He's like, no. He's like, what the fuck? Man, yeah, fuck Chris D'Elia. I'll say it right now. I don't give a fuck. He has one. Oh, okay, I'll stop there. Do you have any comedians that you just like absolutely despise? Like bigger comedians that you just can't stand listening to?
Honestly, I'm gonna say it. This is gonna be. I'm not a big fan of Stavros.
Really?
Not a big Stavros guy.
Okay.
He's good at crowd work, and this is. I don't know why. I don't want to make this whole podcast about me talking.
Well,
shit
I was going to
on
bring
big
him up.
comedians.
I was going to bring him up earlier
Okay.
about crowd work.
Yeah,
because he's like the main one right now that everybody keeps. I feel like is talking about.
Yeah, it's tough because like I watched his special live at the Laundry Room, and I just did not think his jokes were there.
He's funny in Come Town.
He is funny on Come
He's
Down.
really funny, and everybody shares that same sentiment.
Yeah.
What's that? What would you do? Marry, kill, fuck, Adam, Nick, or Stavros? Which okay? Which one do you like the best? That's what I'm trying to get at.
No, do marry, fuck, kill. I want to hear this.
Yeah, marry, fuck, kill,
I don't
Nick
even know
Stavros,
this guy.
and Adam Friedland.
Well, no one's fucking Stavros. That's like that's not. He talks about how much sex he has, dude. That's not.
With his fucking missing tooth and big
bunch
fat
of
Buddha
groupies
belly.
over there.
Why? Pull up a picture. of
That
this
Greek
dude.
god. All right, I'll pull up a picture.
I'm killing Stavros. I think I'm gonna marry Nick Mullen just because I'm gonna fuck Adam. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use him like a little doll. That's what I'm gonna
You're
do.
gonna fuck. You're gonna fuck the bug.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, this
that guy.
motherfucker.
I see one like fucking Instagram reels.
Look at that fucking Greek goddess right there.
I'd hit.
What?
He left Come Down just to make workout videos on Instagram. It's a little silly. That's
No, he left Come Town to go hang out with fucking Hassan Piker.
Yeah, it really is.
And do PC podcasts.
Dude, you know who he
When in
looks
reality, is his buddy had the best goddamn edgy podcast in the fucking world.
like? He looks like that new guy in Jackass, the fat dude. They like look like they could be like cousins or something.
Zackass.
Yeah.
Jackass. Is that every Jackass character
no,
cast name?
that's
Emily
his-
Ass.
That's his Instagram
Okay,
handle.
okay.
Zackass does. Holy shit, they do look like.
Dude, they look like
Wait, hold
cousins.
That would be kind of funny if that was Steve-O Ass. It's just everyone's name. Yeah, they could be related.
All right, not quite. This
Okay, like from
okay, for sure. That's like his cousin.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
That's
they'd be
Stavros.
cousins.
Yeah, Zackass is Stavros.
Especially,
cousin.
I feel like he lost.
Here's
a
him
tooth
with
at
Richie
one
the
point.
Barber. I fuck with Richie the Barber. Shout out Richie the Barber.
It looks like the same person. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking around.
What would you do to that man? You have any thoughts?
Dude, we're talking about pedophiles.
He
and
looks like a good
Crystalia.
kisser. That's all I'm gonna say.
He looks like-
Look at those lips.
He looks like a pedophile.
That's Chris D'Elia's little brother, dude. That's
Holy shit! Holy shit! That is so funny. Look at that.
All right.
Shalom, brother. Does he look Jewish to you?
Bro, Hanukkah's lit on a side note. I celebrated Hanukkah this year.
Look at him with that cowboy hat.
you just chose it just once a year.
You just decided to celebrate Hanukkah. Be like, I'm Jewish this. I'm
Doing this
Jewish
by
year.
myself.
No, my mom's boyfriend, or I guess fiance now. He's Jewish, so I would go over there, like, what's
Should I shave my mustache like that? Should
That picture's
Should I
crazy.
thin it out like that?
That is so funny. Shout out Adam Friedland. Man. The day that we have Adam Friedland on here, only Adam Friedland.
I don't know. I want Stavros, whatever his name is on. I want to lick that fucking gap where his tooth used to be.
He's not cool anymore. He won't let you lick his fucking gap.
Nah.
Aw.
Okay. Back on the people you don't like. Stavros. Give me another one.
Other comics I do not enjoy. God. Start listing them. I'm not a big Jerry. I mean, I think Seinfeld's a great show.
Yeah.
I think his comedy's doesn't really
Wait a
hold up
minute.
today.
Oh, the peanuts. Air
I-
peanuts.
Did I tell you about the mayor of Oregon City throwing a Seinfeld birthday party at my work? Did
Ted Wheeler?
No, of Oregon City, the mayor of Oregon
Oh.
City, not Portland. I'm getting off tangent for a minute. We'll go back to that. But so the night before, I was doing a bunch of ketamine. I got really fucked up, and I come in, and I'm still kind of like wonky. I come into work, and the mayor of Oregon City literally has a Seinfeld fan club, and it was Jerry Seinfeld's birthday, so they all the fan club went and had drinks, and were like,
Dressed up as Seinfeld?
no, they didn't dress up, but they had scripts and were reading episodes, like acting it out loud and like putting fake laugh tracks on their stuff. And Like, it was the most wild thing. I'm sitting there, like, just staring. I literally looked at my coworker. I'm like, I don't think I woke up this morning.
These are the people making decisions for hard taxpayer. God damn, that's
They even
great.
sang
That's
Happy
Big
fucked up.
Birthday.
Seinfeld fans.
Yeah, God, I love that the mayor of Oregon City is a big Seinfeld fan. I'm glad you're fixing the roads.
He's like, dude, there's another pothole. He's like, guess what?
Jerry Seinfeld.
It's a time for another episode. That's what we're doing.
That's crazy.
He's just binging while he's getting death threats online. He's like, I don't give a fuck as long as they keep watching this.
Oh, this is a lady. You think a mayor runs Oregon, or a dude runs Oregon City?
I don't know. I assumed all.
Yeah, we
that
got a
sounds so
chick
bad.
running Oregon City. That's crazy.
No, shout out women in office. That's cool.
Shout out women in office. Yeah, she's
no,
killing
she's
it.
actually a really nice lady.
Wait, she's
Men
she-
fuck it up.
Was she dressed up as Seinfeld?
no, she had a
that would have been
Seinfeld
kooky and funny. That would have been
a
silly
little
and
hot,
wacky.
a little bit.
t-shirt.
Just
Dude,
Yeah, a hot Seinfeld.
who brought Seinfeld with tits?
Fucking you guys like the Bee movie,
dude,
I fuck with the B movie.
bro?
dude, that bee came and stole a
That is the
grown-ass
best movie
man's
ever.
bitch.
That is the best movie ever. You know he paid for that movie out of pocket.
Wait, is Jerry Seinfeld the bee? Wait a second. No way.
Is Jerry Seinfeld the B?
Yes.
Dude, I'm learning new shit every day.
Barry B. Benson.
Stupid name.
He footed the bill for that movie. That was like a
Really?
passion project of his.
The bee movie was a passion
Yes.
project.
There's a
of Jerry
documentary.
Seinfeld.
There's a
Bro.
documentary about the making of.
Talk about falling off.
Bro, the B movie is the best movie
Dude,
in Hollywood.
I fuck with the B movie, but for Seinfeld to be like, I got millions for this fucking movie.
This is right.
wild.
This is what I'm making, and it's about a bee who like gets into relations with a human.
Yeah.
Weird.
Does Seinfeld want to fuck a dog? What's going on?
I think he wants to fuck a bee.
he wants to fuck a bee.
Okay, back to the comedians you don't like. I want to know this.
We'll start naming comedians.
Okay,
that you
Brendan
think-
Schwab you don't like.
Yeah, garbage. Chris D'Elia is not great.
Chris D'Elia.
Not good.
What's Do
Bad.
you like the Rogie?
Rogan? Oh, Joe Rogan's not good at comedy.
Yeah.
That's not.
Okay,
That's,
I'm glad.
he doesn't even understand comedy. You put a comic on his podcast, he doesn't laugh.
He just opened up a comedy.
Yeah, the Mothership.
The
yeah.
Mothership. I hear-
Where free speech lives. That's what he
Yeah.
likes to call
God
it,
bless-
which is
God-
such a cringy thing to call your
God
club.
bless America. God bless
That's a
Austin, Texas.
You might as well put a fucking cross above your crowd, dude. Like,
Yeah, Rogie. Not funny. Who else is there?
I don't think Hinchcliffe's very funny. I think Hinchcliffe is just good at roasting. That's about it.
You know
Probably about
what?
it.
You were right there. I was going to bring up Kill Tony earlier, like getting your chops in.
Yeah.
That is a terrifying place to go up and test things. Like
Yeah.
that show. Well, it's like it's like the biggest live podcast.
Which, how many live podcasts are there even in the world?
Probably like three or four, probably.
biggest live
The
podcast.
biggest live podcast in each episode. It keeps getting bigger and bigger, and they have like comedians go up there and like just
Oh, I've
They do
seen,
1 minute.
yeah,
They do
I've
1
seen
minute.
And then they just like
the majority
rate
of it
them.
is really bad.
Yeah.
Like 85% of it's really bad, and it's so cringy. But he's really not funny. He's good at like shitting on people.
Yeah. He has. That's why he
He's-
has. That's why he has people on the panel.
Like
'cause
he's
he can't
wit
do it by
right.
himself.
He's witty at like
yeah, back and forth.
back and forth. Yeah, Kill Tony. Would you go on Kill Tony?
I would. Just like most comedians. You guys text me, hey, you're available on Monday. Most comedians would just say yes to
Yeah.
pretty much everything.
For sure.
I did a show for no pay at a vape shop with a completely bigoted host, like not even hidden, like
Really?
like right out there for the world. Like,
No shit.
I didn't know that going in, but I did
Yeah.
it twice, so I didn't know it the second time.
He's
That's
like,
Hey.
let me double check real quick. Let's run it back and just make sure.
Yeah, I just gotta double check.
That's like vending back in the day when
Yeah,
you
man.
remember just vending everything. I
Yeah.
did a night fight tournament.
Well, anybody who have a night fight, like Fight Club.
No, like you know, Jacob did his weird night fighting shit. I vended one of his
Oh.
events.
That's pretty
LARPing.
cool.
No, this is like real shit, like armor. It's blunted weapons. Where
Yeah.
they actually like, beat the fuck out of each other.
Like
They
real
leave
jousting
with
and
bruises
shit.
and shit.
Yeah.
That's-
No, like people like break their legs and shit all the
God.
time. Shout out Jacob.
Shout out Jacob.
I wonder if he's still alive.
I was gonna say, does Jacob not design your stuff anymore?
Shout
Jacob
out
was in
Florida. Shout
he
out
moved to Florida
Yeah.
with the couple he was living with. Is that what happened?
No, he got this girl pregnant,
Oh shit!
and her family all live
Happy
down.
Father's Day.
Hey.
Yeah, shout out all the daddies out there.
More comedians.
Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee is. He can be
Right.
funny.
That's all.
I've seen-
That's
I've
all you need to respond with.
He's
too,
a
I feel
performer.
like. Yeah.
He's a performer.
He's good at performing.
He's not bad at comedy.
I do.
But he's not.
He
like, a
does give me
traditional stand-up
chuckles,
comic.
but sometimes he gets me really annoyed.
Yeah,
I'm like, I stopped watching Tiger. I mean, well, one Kalila
he
is
is toxic.
the
I stopped watching
biggest
it too 'cause of that.
fucking c word in the world, man. I fucking hate her so much.
Yeah, I don't.
I
not a
don't
fan
even
of
know.
her.
She's oh my god. So I can't listen to it because of that. But he's a bit annoying, but I do think he's okay. He's all right.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as the whole Kalila drama happened,
I was like,
the Bad Friends numbers like skyrocketed.
Cheetah Santino.
Yeah, Andrew Santino's hilarious.
He's
I
cool.
personally think he's funnier than Bobby, but
Yeah, for sure.
But Bobby, it really is a different style of comedy. Like he is just a straight performer. Like you don't
Yeah.
like that's why he doesn't have specials. I feel like you have to see him live to get like the experience. But that said, both times I've seen him live, he got basically butt ass naked at the end of that. That was his finale of both
Right
of
on.
his headlining sets.
I used to do that too, but now I'm really worried about getting charges pressed.
Yeah. Yeah, if anybody sees you coming over the horizon all butt ass naked, people like 911, call him now.
With that being said, if we ever have a stream and we have 10 people watching at once, I'm dropping Trout
Don't
on the
fucking
stream.
say 10 people. We'll easily get 10 people watching a stream soon.
At the same time, though.
If you drop your pants butt ass naked on 10 views, we're definitely getting zucked off of YouTube. You definitely can't get naked. It'd have to be like
What if we do it on Instagram? Can I get naked on Instagram?
You can do it on Twitter.
You can get so we can go live on Twitter. We can get naked on Twitter. We can also get naked probably on Rumble.
What's Rumble?
Exactly.
I'll tell you about it afterwards.
Just a porn site.
What was I gonna say? One of my favorite. It's a gay porn site. One of my favorite comedians is Mark Norman.
Mark Norman's great. I think Joe List is funnier. Okay, so Mark
Joe
Norman
List-
and Sam Morril get talked about a lot. I think Joe List is funnier
I
than both of them.
disagree, but yes, I do. Joe List is very funny. My buddy did see him when he came to town last year. I think
Yeah, he's coming back in August.
that's cool. I wouldn't mind going to see him.
List is hilarious.
Joe List
He's
is cool.
Underrated as fuck right now.
Um,
He's gonna get bigger. He's really funny. If you've watched like his special, I Hate Myself is perfect. This year's material is great, and also just his roast. Like if you've seen him on Skanks Fest, like at the
Yeah.
panel,
Yeah,
he's like the funniest guy at the panel,
That's
like
fire.
like almost all the time.
yeah. Mark Norman's cool. Motherfucking fuck. My actual favorite is Norm Macdonald.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. He's probably, if I can think of like one person, it's probably Norm.
King of the couch. That man.
Fuck yeah.
Put him on the couch,
King of
and
the
he's
couch.
the,
Do you know Norm?
Yeah, I don't know.
Conan, everything.
I know
Dude, Norman-
comedy. I'm just,
I know,
I'm just not deep.
Norm's the best. I love just dry,
Mhm.
dull.
My favorite is Attell. Is by far Attell.
Oh, Attell's cool.
yeah.
okay.
I've seen him live like
Nice.
4 times. I
Yeah.
will see him live every time he comes in town. He's going to actually be putting out 30 minutes soon, which I'm excited for because he hasn't put out anything in like over 10 years.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah. Those are a good list of people.
Yeah.
I'll fuck with that.
I like your Garth Brooks shirt. That goes hard.
Thanks, GB. That's my boy.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were wearing the Garth Brooks shirt.
1995 Garth Brooks vintage tee. This is a $50 T-shirt. Yep.
Are you
I'm
are
wearing
you a YMH fan?
it.
Yeah, I just mentioned it because they talk about all the body.
No, yeah. I guess we are talking about comedy. We can talk about that. I used to be.
Okay.
For some reason, I just like grew out of Tom and Christina. Christina got kind of annoying to me. Tom kind of got annoying to me in a weird
Well, he's
way.
a millionaire now. It's not.
Right.
It's not relatable as much.
He's not
anymore.
really a relatable dude. He does be funny sometimes.
Yeah.
I
Well,
used,
he's a good comic. He's a
Yeah,
killer
he's-
for a reason.
for sure. And back in high school, I was really into.
Same.
But it is funny they do.
They do shit on Garth Brooks.
Hey, Garth, where are you hiding the bodies? Please tell us where you're hiding the bodies, Garth. Or like
He
what's
has like
the-
these Instagram videos where he posts like him talking to the camera. And
Oh,
it's
last
the
time.
creepiest thing.
We lost it. And he's like, like, welcome to Instagram. I just want to connect with you.
It's the most. Matthew McConaughey does the same.
Right.
It's stardom to the point where they cannot.
They have no idea what's happening.
They don't know what real anymore.
They're just their managers like, just say something in front of this camera for your website or like for. And he's like, I'm Garth. And he's like, I just want to get to know you. He's like, what does he say? Man, dude, it's so good. I should insert that Garth video on top. It's so good. Studio G, man. I love Garth so much.
Dude, speaking of...
He's from Oklahoma. I'm from Oklahoma. So he's from Oklahoma. So that's why I like Garth.
Okay.
And then when they started ragging on him, I was like, this is great.
I thought it was ironic. I thought you were wearing completely.
It is
ironic.
kind of
Okay. I didn't think you were like represent Oklahoma.
Yeah, I am. I am, motherfucker. GB, that's my boy. If we could get Garth Brooks on this show, oof.
10
Shout
likes
out.
and we'll get Garth Brooks on.
Okay. You know who I fucking hate?
Who?
Bert Kreischer.
Bert Kreischer is not great.
I
like
hate
him
frat
on
dudes.
podcasts. I like
He
him
is
on
a frat
podcasts.
dude.
Tell me why.
He's funny with Tom because Tom's funny.
He's just like
That's
that-
a really good point.
I liked him on Tiger Belly.
Okay, I'll say Bert is actually good on podcasts. If you ever listen to Bertcast, I will listen to it when he has certain comics on, and he is good at keeping conversations going.
You are right there.
Surprising.
Yes, I have heard a handful of Bert casts, and when he's talking to somebody, I can get past him
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
as
his,
a person.
his one joke, literally his one joke that's like super famous, got him a whole movie. He just made a whole movie about the
Disgusting.
machine.
Disgusting. And that story is probably
Fabricated, I'm sure.
completely like
Yeah.
the majority of that's fake. He's
Trust
just
me,
he's a drunk guy. Come on.
Well, he's
Why?
also like a comedian, which you do
Right.
when you tell a story, especially stories. You're going to like if it happened on a Saturday, if it happened on Wednesday, but it sounds better that it happened on Saturday.
Right.
You're going to say that. They're going to do that with
all
everything.
the time. You're going to inflate it. I mean, your whole thing is talking and like making people laugh. So like, and you're drunk. He's like a fucking alcoholic, which
Yeah.
is nothing against alcoholics, but
Yeah.
he is
He's
an
also
alcoholic.
like 50, so that's
Yeah, he's like he's in too deep. It's just like he's not like I don't know. He's not like I don't want to hear it. And the fact that he has a fucking Netflix, like,
yeah.
come on, Netflix, you can give that money to somebody else. I feel like
I will say there's worse comics. I will say his most recent special wasn't good. The last one wasn't that bad. The Hey Big Boy wasn't.
I don't think I watched that one.
That one wasn't that bad. The most recent one, the Razzle Dazzle, isn't great, but he's He's also a
terrible
storyteller comic. It is
Yeah.
a terrible name.
Off topic.
Go ahead.
It's really bothering me why you're holding your mic like that. You got the pinky up.
Well, that was just I'm fancy, bitch. What do you think?
Bro, he's a dude. He's doing a podcast circuit, bro. Let him fucking. This is our guest, bro. Come on. I'm the cordial one today. Look at me.
Pinky's up.
pinky.
We're talking about comedians. We're talking about Brendan Schwab.
I'm
everything's
over here
fine.
just cracking jokes every now and then.
Say something funny.
I don't
Say something funny for once.
What every funny
Do
person
it
wants
now.
to hear.
I'm joking. Is this podcast funny? Have you watched?
I haven't watched enough.
What's your take on it?
Well, I haven't watched enough, but I do appreciate that there's no theme. I do
Right on.
like a pod with no theme.
Cool.
Especially because it's kind of like popular right now. Because for good reason, everyone has a podcast, so you kind of don't want to have one that sounds like other ones.
Right.
But you guys don't really worry about that, which is dope. I like the
That's
green
good.
screen. I'm excited to see what goes on that.
We need to put hot dogs, man.
Yeah, I
Or fat
spazzed last watching the videos. Honestly, was really hard to try to edit. That's why
I thought last episode was good, was it not?
no, it was good, but like editing the like videos that we watched into it was a lot harder than I
Gotcha.
thought. That's why I didn't put a bunch of crazy things on the green screen. I was like, I'm not going to worry about that. But yes, a bunch of hot dogs
Dude, or like dudes eating.
and pictures of Chris D'Elia. There's like a stretched out picture of Chris D'Elia as the pedophile
It's
and
just Chris
Workaholics.
D'Elia's corpse on the green
Yeah,
screen.
it's just a naked Bobby Lee. Just like, it's a picture of Bobby Lee's Prius. Yeah. Do you have any? We're closing in on an hour. Do you have anything that you want
I forgot. I had an existential crisis the other day.
to? You did.
Yeah. So, am I white
Tell
trash?
us-
Like, be real with me. Am I white trash?
Yes.
We've known each other for years.
I mean, a little.
Little.
But am I
teeny-
white trash? Be real with me.
Dog, I met you
I
in
mean,
a
we're about the same degree of whatever that is.
You think we're about the same degree? I feel like I'm a little bit more white trash
you
than you.
honestly are. I was just trying to be
Okay,
nice.
you have the alcoholism. I have the not giving a fuck, like dirty, like I'm not dirty. I'm not ladies. I'm not dirty, but you know, I have the more like I'm from Oklahoma. I'm from where white trash was invented.
All my family's from Oklahoma, but I'm not from there.
You love saying that. You love saying that.
Fresno's not much better, Vince. That's not a flex.
I'm also from Fresno.
Yeah, bro. Come on, you're from Fresno. Well, that's really your existential crisis?
No, okay, well, yeah, but this is what happened. So I have this really cool. It's like
You're trashy. I don't know if you're like
it's a black
fully white trash.
button up. Okay, I'll take trashy. And I had this these leopard prints going down each side, and this girl started calling me Ricky from Trailer Park Boys with it on,
Oh,
and I
boy.
was like, it's like, oh man, that's
Sometimes you do give off a bit of a Ricky vibe.
But okay, hold up. So it gets worse. I'm working at the
You're
bar.
wearing a poncho hoodie from like 2009.
I know. Literally, he walked in. I was like, "What is this outfit?" I was like, I told him, I was like, "You look like you just want to sit down."
You look like you haven't got to work in 4 months.
I barely
You look
work.
like you look like you've been holding off unemployment for the past 2 years.
Dude, I literally lived off unemployment for 2 years during COVID.
I believe it.
So I'm at work. I'm bartending. I see these three white trash ladies with the meanest fucking mullets come in, and I'm dying. One of them's like dressed like Wonder Woman almost, and I'm fucking laughing. I'm like, look at these, like, you know, just trailer trash, whatever, blah blah blah. And then they all went and grabbed the trucker cap I always wear that I bought for my work. And we're like, this is the coolest hat ever. And they all bought it the same day I was having my existential crisis, and was like, oh man.
You should feel bad.
Yeah, that was it. That's all I had left on me.
Come on now. You're not white trash. I'm the white trash one. Let me be the white trash
yeah,
one.
you can have it. I don't want it.
You're whatever this is.
I'm like
That's stoner trash.
This
That's
is
what
this is that
And Vince doesn't even
Fresno
smoke
trash.
weed.
I know, dude, I'm a
This is
burnout
that
without
Fresno
weed.
Zoo trash.
No, I bought this in San Diego, not even Fresno.
Oh, bought it in San
You
Diego.
look
Like
you
that's a
smoked-
better place to
You
go.
look like you smoke DMT off the black market. That's what you
Bro,
look like.
I smoke
dude.
DMT all the time.
You look like you shave with a steak knife, but it's just nipple scars. It's just acne scars.
All right, comedy man. That's funny. I like that. I like roasting my co-host. That's great. Shit. With that, I guess that's where we're gonna.
Hey, do you believe in ghosts?
Do you believe in ghosts?
I'll take it.
Do you have any ghost stories?
Do you have any
No.
Do you want to see
Actually, no. At my hometown house, friends, John, Dom, you know them. They think that the house was haunted where I grew up because like a cabinet opened when it wasn't supposed to, or the sign shaked. But like, really, is that a ghost or is that just the AC? Or if it is a ghost, I'm chill because he's just moving a sign back and forth.
Bro, your house
That
is
doesn't
not
bother me,
haunted.
dude.
I spent so much time.
Yeah,
there.
that's not.
Do you want to see a ghost or alien?
I would love
Would you
to.
Would you do stand up to it?
That
Would you see it if a
I get abducted and I'm just like, nah, dude, I got jokes. You don't need to touch my ass.
if an alien's yeah, if an alien just has a ray gun on you, you're like, say a funny joke. Do you think he'd get out of it?
Probably just fight him.
Yeah. Just like, well, do you have anything else? You have any pressing questions about the Portland comedy scene?
With legs wide open. No, I'm done.
Hey man, do you have anything to promote? Do you have
Oh, yeah.
anything you want to shout out?
Yeah,
promote?
sure. If you are in Portland, Oregon, I co-host a show with one of my good friends, Elijah Mang. It's Couch Change Comedy every first and third Wednesday at Haymaker Bar and Eatery off Killingsworth. I also do a radio show every Saturday at midnight. It's live. It won't be posted to streaming platforms, but will be in the future. And other than that, I host the Midnight Mic, Portland famous Midnight Mic at Funhouse Lounge.
Nice. You do
Every
do
Friday.
a radio show?
I just started. I've only done like maybe a month now.
That's cool.
But we do like a live radio show at
On what-
KPSU.
Oh, okay, like an
Yeah.
actual radio, like
Yeah,
on
it's-
the radio waves.
They actually got kicked off of like car radio waves because
Yeah.
of people getting too descriptive about their sex life.
Yeah, I could see that.
But no, it's just on their website right now. We're kind of just using
Nice.
it as like a way to have recording equipment and also like have no stakes.
That's cool.
So.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on this. This
Thank
has been
you.
great. It's great.
This is a good one, actually.
I've learned some things.
I learned Jerry Seinfeld produced the B movie.
Hey man, God, you didn't need this podcast to know that, dude. I fucking love the B movie. If I could print out a big poster of the B movie and put it in, like, frame it and put it in the living room, I might just have to do that. This has been it.
Don't tell Z Smoker Mitch though, and just
Hey, they come. they come back and it's just the whole wall is the B movie poster.
You should get a B movie tattoo.
I will definitely do that. Buy our Patreon so I can get a B movie tattoo.
Hell yeah.
This has been In Noise episode 16. I am your host, Quakeman. You can follow me at Quakeman on Instagram. You can also follow Mute_all_noise. What about you?
What up? It's Tella Vincent. I actually forgot what my name was, just in that whole time you were talking, was thinking about it. Find me at The Myth, The Legend, The Vince on Instagram, or Endgame Clothing. Profile pictures of Rat giving finger guns. Stay strapped.
What about you?
My Instagram, my name is Matt Franco. My Instagram is Get Funny or Die Bombing on Instagram.
Get funny or die bombing. Hey, don't bomb or bomb. Definitely go bomb. Suck my balls.